The Royal Rumble is just around the corner, and it's always an exciting time for wrestling fans as we look forward to the kickoff for the road of WrestleMania. The winner of the match will be guaranteed the main event spot at WrestleMania for the World Championship, which adds more stakes to the match and sets the tone for WrestleMania. The Rumble usually features returns or surprise appearances, and sometimes even wrestlers from other promotions. I am the Wrestling Guy, thank you for joining me for another list video here on the channel. Join us as today we rank the top 10 Royal Rumble matches of all time. Number 10, 2016. Roman Reigns had to overcome massive odds if he was going to walk out of the Amway Center with his WWE Championship intact. The Big Dog's WWE Championship was on the line in the 2016 Royal Rumble match, with Reigns entering at the start as the number one entrant. This Rumble was superb, with AJ Styles finally making his WWE debut as the third entrant. Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose came narrowly close to becoming a double champion, and Triple H returned to action as the 30th participant. Many fans felt that Ambrose should have prevailed, but the game eliminated him to win his second Rumble, and most importantly capturing his 14th WWE World Championship. Number 9, 2008. For the second time in the 2000s, WWE staged the Royal Rumble in Madison Square Garden. The Royal Rumble match that year started the way it finished a year prior, with 2007 winner The Undertaker and runner-up Shawn Michaels. The match was jam-packed with the likes of Kane, Triple H and Batista. Even Mick Foley showed up, as well as Rowdy Roddy Piper. However, John Cena was injured 3 months earlier, and somehow he managed to make a return in time as a surprising 30th entrant. Fans were absolutely shocked with this, and the big match John went on to win the Rumble at Triple H's expense. Number 8, 2002. The 2002 Royal Rumble match was the final Royal Rumble match under the WWF banner, and it did not fail to disappoint. The Undertaker dominated the first portion of the Rumble, however he was stopped in his tracks by Maven, which produced one of the most shocking eliminations in the history of the Rumble match. Steve Austin competed in his final Royal Rumble match, and it was a vintage performance. He tossed over 7 opponents and he reached the final 4. Mr. Perfect, Goldust, The Godfather and Val Venis made their returns to WWE. Triple H returned to WWE on the January 7th, 2002 edition of Raw, and it was no surprise that he won the Royal Rumble match after he saw off Kurt Angle. Number 7, 2018. The 2018 Men's Royal Rumble match played second fiddle to the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble match as the men failed to close out the show. Nonetheless, it was a very good Rumble match. 2015 winner Roman Reigns was a strong favourite to prevail, and fellow former Rumble winners Randy Orton and John Cena also had a strong performance in this match. Ultimately, the Rumble flowed well, and Shinsuke Nakamura stunned Reigns to win the Rumble in his maiden Rumble appearance. Number 6, 2019. The 2019 Royal Rumble match in its entirety was enjoyable. It kicked off with a surprise appearance from Jeff Jarrett, who had a brief encounter with Elias. This would be Kurt Angle's final appearance in the Rumble. Instead of a ton of legends appearing, NXT stars like Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black and Pete Dunne made appearances. Nia Jax stole number 30 from R-Truth, and entering the match was an awesome surprise. Nia Jax taking bunks from the men, especially in this era, was a sight to see. Seth Rollins would have to overcome the nearly unstoppable Strowman to win. It was a very entertaining Rumble overall. Number 5, 2018 Women's Rumble. Women's wrestling in WWE has evolved a ton in the past 5 years. There was a string of first ever time matches for the division during the Revolution that was inevitable that the women would eventually get their own Royal Rumble match. 30 years after the first Royal Rumble event, the women would get their first ever match. It was a historic and significant battle royal to celebrate this amazing moment. Many legends who paved the way for today's superstars and lived through the hard times of the division made appearances in this match. The list of returning names included Trish Stratus, Lita, Kelly Kelly, Tori Wilson, Michelle McCool, Molly Holly, Jacqueline, Beth Phoenix and the Bella Twins. The champions Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss watched from ringside, and Stephanie McMahon was on commentary. Sasha Banks played the first ever Iron Woman, lasting nearly 55 minutes in this match while entering as number 1. There were a ton of memorable spots in this match, including the Sasha Banks and Trish Stratus moment. Asuka would overcome the short-lived appearance of Sasha and Bella Twins to be crowned the first ever Women's Royal Rumble winner. Ronda Rousey would then debut after this match too. Number 4, 2020. When WWE Champion Brock Lesnar declared that he'd be entering the Royal Rumble match, fans were unsure of what to expect as it had major WrestleMania implications. It was the first time that the WWE Championship was not contested at the Royal Rumble since 1990. The Beast Incarnate's involvement as the number 1 participant was great, as he had a great chance of winning. Lesnar dominated the early parts of the Rumble with ease as he single-handedly eliminated the majority of the field with 13 eliminations to his name. Ultimately, Drew McIntyre stopped him in his tracks. The most memorable part of the Men's Rumble match this year was Edge's unexpected return. The Rated Star Superstar competed in a WWE ring for the first time in 9 years since his premature retirement. Nonetheless, McIntyre staved off stiff competition to punch his ticket to the main event of WrestleMania 36. Number 3, 2010. The 2010 Royal Rumble match was full of many storylines. Shawn Michaels was desperately trying to face The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 26. His hopes were dashed by Batista. Moreover, Beth Phoenix became the second woman after trying to compete in a men's Royal Rumble match. Edge made a surprising return as the 29th entrant. The Rated R Superstar's surgically repaired Achilles tendon was fine, and he eliminated his former tag team partner Chris Jericho from the match. Ultimately, Edge would get the better of his old rival John Cena to win the Royal Rumble. Number 2, 2001. A lot of WWE's popular personalities and characters from 97 to 2001 were featured in this match, and they went out with the Stone Cold Steve Austin winning his third Royal Rumble. This is a record that he holds alone to this day. There was even a moment in this match between Austin and The Rock, who happened to both be babyfaces competing for the top spot that got fans around the world excited. Raven introduced weapons in the match since he was the hardcore champion. Comedian and actor Drew Carey would also enter this match as the first celebrity to enter a Royal Rumble match, and the Honky Tonk Man made his first Rumble appearance since 1996. Big Show and Haku made their returns in this match. It's just a fun Royal Rumble to get back and watch with a bunch of top legends of the business and satisfying endings. Number 1, 1992. In previous Royal Rumble matches, wrestlers were fighting for pride, but the 1992 Royal Rumble match had so much riding on it. The 30-man Royal Rumble match was for the vacant WWE Championship. This Rumble match was perfectly constructed, with Ric Flair playing the role of the Iron Man as he entered third and endured over an hour. Former WWE Champions The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage were also looking to reclaim the title. Ultimately, it was the Nature Boy who stood tall by lastly eliminating Sid Justice with an unlikely helping hand from Hulk Hogan to win the WWE Championship for the very first time. It can be unpredictable to pick out a winner, and the element of having usual suspects, newer talents and surprising entrants makes this match captivating to watch. Even casual fans may tune into wrestling for the Royal Rumble, since the Royal Rumble marks the beginning of the road to WrestleMania. Especially with 2 Rumble matches a year, the hotly anticipated event makes fans excited, and the road to WrestleMania begins at the Rumble. Let's see what they have in store for us in 2023. If you have enjoyed this list and would like to see more lists like this here on the channel, then make sure you're subscribing and turning on the notification bell. Also go and check out our other videos on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.